Welcome back to the AB Scale Project. I'm Krager. This is Alpha Bravo. And today we're starting out with Scraphook. Now this guy is a brand new Junkion for the Legacy Evolution line. And this is going to be their way of doing weaponizers this round. Because, all the parts pop off. You can put them on other things. But they're actually making something that makes sense in canon to me. That these guys would be... Junkions, you saw them repair themselves and repair other things and just turn scrap into, whatever in the movies and in this series, season 3. So making them the weaponizers make a lot of sense. And plus, I like doing this better than buying a ton of Retgars and customizing them using hard to get kits or repro labels or putting a lot of work into them. But these guys, I like this. Now, these are a little bit shorter than the other ones we've got so far. So I bring in Scrap Heap. And we see that, he is a lot shorter than Scrap Heap. He's a little bit shorter than the Standard Deluxe. Or the old Standard Deluxe. But I still like it all the same. It makes a good variance. I mean, I still keep the other Scrap Heap on my shelf as a different Junkion. Because he looks nothing like the other Scrap Heap. So... mixing the Deluxes and the Voyagers, that works. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the vehicle mode. And here we have Scraphook in his truck mode. And he looks very Road Warrior-y. I mean, there's a place for all the accessories and stuff, so it looks pretty good. And one good thing about this iteration of the weaponizers are that they actually don't have to have a lot of parts forming for transformation. Although there's a couple points where it was easier if you took some of the parts off to transform it, but you don't have to take it completely apart to transform it. So that's pretty neat. There's no articulation in the hook. That's all fixed. Rolls reasonably well. Some panel alignment issues, but otherwise pretty good. All right. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Scrap Heap for the size comparison. You can see... why I scale the robot mode and not the vehicle mode. Anyway. That's about it for the alt mode. Let's go to the final conclusion. So as far as IDW G1 goes, you didn't really appear, there wasn't really many Junkions in IDW. They used the Sharkticons to fill their ranks. Except for Retgar, and I already forgot the other girl's name. But anyway. So, but as far as being a possible background character for Transformers the movie or for Season 3, I think that's totally possible. So, for G1, Scraphook, Rise of the Junkions, he is the winner. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Finally, for today, we're looking at Legacy Evolution Tarn, and this guy looks really good. I mean, pretty comic accurate. I mean, next to no kibble. I mean, this kibble is required. I kind of wish for a little bit more just to make him a little bit more interesting, but otherwise, he looks just like he did in the comics. I mean, this is brilliant. Only complaint is the double gun thing here. I think those should be a little bit closer together, but they also made it to where you can take these off and make a giant rifle out of them. So you can hold that if you want to do that. But, yeah, I'll probably keep him as double fusion cannon. His hands do open. So that's a nice little feature there. Along with all the other, articulation we've come to expect nowadays. So, let's say a little bit of ankle tilt, not a lot. But otherwise, not bad at all. Kind of limited. You can't really do the full splits. Just because that part hits right there. But otherwise, pretty good. I mean, good enough for a good A stance. Put these guys back on. But otherwise, not bad at all. Now, compare them with the current winner. Bring in my custom. And you can see there's been a little shrinkage here. Of course, we already saw that between the old lines and the siege lines. So a little bit of shrinkage is okay. But let's bring in the current Megatron, since that's what I used as a size scale before. And you can kind of see he's a smidge smaller than Megatron. So as far as maintaining that Voyager height, you're pushing it, buddy, but I'll allow it this time. So, take these out for a sec. But just for the look of them, I like them. And it's, retail release, everything's meant there. And like I said, he looks just like the comics. Alright, let's look at the tank mode. And here we have Tarn in his tank mode. He looks kind of squished, but otherwise it doesn't look too bad. He's got a double row of treads, no wheels whatsoever, and hands kind of hanging out in the back, but otherwise not too bad. Plenty of combat ports to plug stuff into. I mean, all the guns up front look pretty good. That front profile, let's get a close up on that. Looks pretty cool. Like I said, no wheels or anything, so he's pretty static. Bring in Megatron, who has wheels. And you can see he's a bit smaller. See if we put him about the butt there. Yeah, there's definitely some reduction going on there. Yeah, I'm not going to bring in my custom Tarn because that thing is a pain to transform and not destroy. So, anyway, really not much to say about his tank mode. Looks neat, pretty close to the comic. Pretty good. All right, let's wrap him up. So, is this our new IDW Tarn? I'm going to say yes. I mean, even if my skills were better at painting, I still like the purpose-built mold over a repurposed. And it just looks a lot better, and it's a lot more posable than the old Megatron mold. This one's not a headmaster. The faceplate looks like the faceplate should look. So, as much as I hate to take my customs off my shelf, the new one is definitely better. Although, we are going to do a little bit of transference here. Set him aside. Pop that on. Yeah, we'll take that and put that on his back. Give him a little bit of interest back there. There we go. Now that is a sexy Tarn. All right. Let's go ahead and close this out. Have I mentioned that I like the blast effects? Anyway, thanks for joining us today on the AB Skull Project. If there's a character you'd like to see, put your request in the comments below. Although there aren't too many left. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, ring that bell, and I'll see y'all later.